Che Guevara's asthma attacks were so severe that classmates thought he might die in medical school. Professor Martinez pulled them aside with brutal honesty. Choose a different career before this condition kills you. But Che's response revealed why some dreams are stronger than physical limitations. Buenos Aires, October 1946, with the Buenos Aires Medical School. Terry at my classroom at Buenos Aires University Medical School. Look at the structure of the human heart, he says. 4 chambers, valves, vessels. In the front row, 18-year-old Ernesto Che Guevara listens carefully, taking notes, asking questions. Second year of medical school, enthusiastic and determined. But he has a problem, severe asthma. Che has had asthma since childhood. Sometimes he has such severe attacks that he can't breathe. His lungs constrict, airways narrow. He feels like suffocating. Doctor said avoid sports, stay away from strenuous activities. But Che doesn't care. As the anatomy lesson continues, Che suddenly starts coughing. Not light coughing, but deep, painful coughing. Other students in the class turn their heads. Professor Martinez stops. Ernesto, are you okay? Che signals that he's fine, but the coughing doesn't stop. It gets much worse. His breathing becomes labored. His face turns red. Everyone in class looks worried. Ernesto, says Martinez, go outside, get some air. Che tries to stand up, but his legs are shaking. He can't breathe. He puts his hand on his chest, opening and closing his mouth like a fish. The asthma attack has begun. Classmate Roberto runs over. Che, what's happening? Che can't speak. He only signals that he can't breathe. His face is now starting to turn purple. There's panic in the classroom. Several students stand up, not knowing what to do. He grabs Che and takes him outside, leans him against the wall in the corridor. Stay calm. Try to breathe slowly, he says. But Che can't. His lungs seem to have shut down. He makes wheezing sounds. His eyes are filled with fear. He feels how close death is. Professor Martinez calls to other students, bring water, now. The attack lasts 5 minutes. Che slowly begins to be able to breathe, covered in sweat, exhausted, very tired, but alive. Are you okay now? Asks Martinez. Che nods. Yes, I'm fine. How often does this happen? 2 or 3 times a week. Martinez furrows his brow. This is a serious condition, very serious. After class, Martinez calls Che to his office. Ernesto, I need to talk with you. Che enters the professor's office. Martinez looks serious, worried. Ernesto, what you experienced today was very dangerous. I know, Professor, but it passed. It passed this time. What about next time? Che shrugs. Next time it will pass too. Martinez sits at his desk. Ernesto, I have to tell you the truth. What truth? And Professor Martinez will change Che's life forever with the words he speaks at that moment. Martinez takes a deep breath. Ernesto, even if you finish medical school, you can't become a doctor. Che is surprised. Why? Because your asthma is too severe. A doctor has to deal with stressful situations. Operating room, emergency room, working through the night. Your lungs can't handle this. Professor, Martinez cuts him off. Listen to me, Ernesto. I've been practicing medicine for 20 years. I've never seen anyone with asthma this severe become a doctor. But I want to study medicine. Wanting isn't enough, son. Your health won't allow it. Che stands up. Professor, I won't be defeated by this asthma. Ernesto, this isn't about stubbornness. This is medical reality. Your lungs aren't normal. So what do you suggest I do? Martinez thinks, then tells a bitter truth. Choose another profession. A profession where asthma won't hinder you. What profession? For example, office work, accounting, teaching, calm, stress-free jobs. Che gets angry. Professor, you're telling me to give up medicine. Yes, I'm telling you to give up because this asthma will kill your dreams. Will it kill my dreams? Yes, Ernesto. If you try to become a doctor, this disease will kill you. Literally, Che paces around the office, angry, disappointed, but at the same time determined. Professor, let me tell you something. Tell me. Here's the answer Che gives at that moment that will change not only Professor Martinez, but medical history. I will not be defeated by this asthma. Asthma will not hinder me. On the contrary, this disease will make me stronger. Martinez was surprised. How will it make you stronger? Because every time I struggle to breathe, I'll better understand patients who can't breathe. Every time I suffer, I'll have more empathy for people who suffer. Ernesto, this is very romantic but not realistic. No, professor, this is very realistic. I'll become the best doctor for asthma patients because I understand them, because I live it. Martinez shakes his head. Son, you're very idealistic. Maybe I'm idealistic, but I won't give up. What if you have an asthma attack during surgery? You'll risk the patient's life. Che stops, thinks, this is a real risk. But his answer is ready. Then I learn to control my asthma. I'll live healthier. I'll exercise more. I'll take my medication regularly. But I won't give up. Professor Martinez makes his final move. Ernesto, you're very young. You don't know life's realities yet. This disease will defeat you. Che looks at him. There's determination in his eyes. Professor, if the disease defeats me, it defeats me while I'm fighting. But if I'm defeated without fighting, that would be my fault. Martinez understands this young man is very stubborn. He tries another tactic. So what will we tell your family, your mother and father? They're worried about your health. I'll tell them I prefer to live risking my health rather than living while protecting it. This is very dangerous, Ernesto. Professor, what's dangerous is giving up on your dreams. I will become a doctor, and I'll become the best doctor for asthma patients. Professor Martinez gives up that day. He can't convince Che, but something changes in the following months. Che really begins to control his asthma. He lives more regularly, exercises, uses his medications regularly. The number of asthma attacks decreases. A year later, in 1947, Professor Martinez sees Che in class. He's not having asthma attacks. He's following lessons, working very hard. Martinez calls him over. Ernesto, how are you? Very well, Professor. My asthma is much more under control. How did you manage it? I exercise every day. Breathing exercises, sports, healthy eating, and most importantly, I decided not to be defeated by asthma. Martinez is amazed. You're really getting better. I'm not just getting better, Professor. I'm getting stronger. And thanks to this disease, I understand illness better. In 1948, Che is in third year of medical school. Now asthma attacks are very rare. He's one of the most successful students in his class. Professor Martinez tells him one day, Ernesto, I was wrong. You weren't defeated by asthma. No, Professor, you weren't wrong. It really is a difficult disease, but I learned to live with it. How? Instead of seeing it as an enemy, I managed to see it as a teacher. Every asthma attack teaches me patience. It teaches endurance. It teaches empathy. In 1951, Che sets out on his famous motorcycle journey to Peru, Chile, Bolivia, travels thousands of kilometers, doesn't have asthma attacks. During the journey, while working in a hospital for leper patients, one of the patients asks him, Doctor, you understand sick people very well. Why? Che answers, because I also know what it's like to be sick. In 1953, he finishes medical school. At the graduation ceremony, Professor Martinez approaches him. Ernesto, you surprised me very much. How, Professor? 7 years ago I told you asthma would kill your dreams, but you made your asthma serve your dreams. Che smiles. Professor, asthma didn't kill my dreams. It strengthened my dreams. How? Because now I fight more for every patient who can't breathe, because I know that pain. After the Cuban Revolution in 1959, when Che establishes the health system in Cuba, he creates special programs for asthma patients, free medicine, free treatment, special exercise programs. A journalist asks him, Comandante, why are you so concerned with asthma patients? Che answers, because I'm also an asthma patient, and I know this disease can either defeat a person or strengthen them. How did it strengthen you? It taught me that the biggest obstacles can become the biggest teachers. Professor Martinez retires in 1965. In his retirement speech, he says the biggest mistake in my teaching career was telling Ernesto Guevara that asthma would kill his dreams, because he turned his asthma into the power to realize his dreams. When Che was killed in Bolivia in 1967, he had asthma medication with him. He fought with his disease until his last days. But the disease didn't defeat him, it strengthened him. So I ask you, what was your asthma? What physical, mental, or emotional difficulty were you told would kill your dreams? Maybe your height, maybe your appearance, maybe your economic situation, maybe your family situation, maybe lack of education. Che Guevara wasn't defeated by asthma in 1946. He turned his asthma into strength. He turned his weakness into his teacher. He turned his obstacle into his advantage. Which asthma are you turned into strength? And can you continue to fight despite voices saying this will kill you? Because sometimes the greatest successes begin with the greatest obstacles.